Okay, I'm back in my phone now. Sorry for the long inactiveness. I've actually gotten the out of working monitor here. Of course, the flicker that happens every time I sign in with my fingerprint. Oh God, why? Because I didn't. I left this off for a week, so. Yep. I actually moved them on here, and yes, the speakers are sideways. I put them here for a reason so that they can actually fit. These do still work. These do still sound great. Alright. But mainly the reason of my activity is in my bag. Right here. Because I got souvenirs. Before I see it already. Yes. See this? I got 4 of these. Because I went to Paris. As you see here. So these are actual official Euro souvenirs. They look so real because they have the watermark. But these aren't going to work as real currency. This is just a souvenir currency. See, all 000. These all 4 of these cost €2 when I got these. So it was a little bit expensive. And euro is what the currency that Paris uses. I had to exchange from the euro bill I had, but I kept these because these are the souvenir bills here. They have different designs. I think this is the first one I got here, which shows the design of the building. And then I got this one, which is a different design. Then I got this one. And then this one. Now, these do have those tags there, so these cannot be duplicated in a printer. If you try to do it on a printer, the printer's either not going to print it or print it out with lines on the bill. I don't even want to copy these. These are such good keepsakes for the money. So I went to Paris and I found that they had souvenir bills, but also they had souvenir coins as well. And that's surprising. And I also have the transit card as well. The keyboard they use is the A0 layouts. So let's see here. I'm going to get all my personal details out. That's the transit card from Paris. The Easy Navigo card. I think this still has 3 bus passes on it. And then if we're looking here, because I was on the airplane, this is the souvenir coin I got. It says 2024, probably because this one has not been updated, because it's 2025, but really good souvenir coin. This cost €3, so it's slightly more expensive because it's metal and not paper. So yeah, I used this when I was in Paris because of pickpocketers. Of course, my screensaver applies. It's going for the screensaver for my PC. Now I did bring back that hard drive that I showed you was from that DirecTV box, the old one. At first, I did not realize this was in the old DirecTV boxes until I saw a video of it. Then when I opened it, I saw it on the bio, and I saw the drive. I opened it, took this one out, and this is still good, which is kind of good. And it's actually 1 terabyte, so it's really good. I just need to find an enclosure that does the 12-volt power, because this needs 12 volts to power it, unlike laptop hard drives. And yeah, my laptop's here. Didn't bring it with me to Paris because I didn't want that to be stolen. Yeah, my mouse. Yeah, the cooling. I have another. Bought the other cooling pad. Ooh. Okay. Expect this to be open. All the bits here are messed up. Okay, let's just put this back in. This is a really good brand. So right here. So first, of course, I have my Clipper card here. And then my student ID card, which, yes, I punched a hole through it so I can use it on the lanyard. This is actually the lanyard that I would use. I was using this when I was going to the San Francisco airport. So it took a bit of pressure to make the hole, but it does make the hole here. Might hear my roommate background. So I can put that away. This actually came from the aircraft. This is just the utensils. This one will come with salt and pepper. Of course, in Paris, they actually many people in Paris uses knows English. But one thing is their keyboard layout is different. So it has ISO enter key, but instead of the QWERTY layout you see here, it's the AZERTY layout. So they swapped the QW with the AZ for the AZERTY layout. Of course, in the US, the UK, Australia, New Zealand all use QWERTY type layout keyboards. The UK uses a ISO layout for the action keys. And Japan's kind of interesting. Japan uses a L-shaped enter key, but instead of it being the upside down version that you see on the ISO one, it's the right side up, and it will actually cover this part up here, and then like cover it up like this part, and then this will be relocated somewhere else on the keyboard. So if I wake this up again, of course I have to put my fingerprint again. So I'll show you the now French keyboard is not mistaken for the Canadian ones. So this is the full French keyboard. See? The KW and the AZ are swapped. So when you're playing a game, and you're using a French keyboard on a French computer, you got to make sure that the Z is your walk, your Q is your left. That's the only things you need to change. So basically, Z, Q, S, D, not W, A, S, D. That's how, like on a standard keyboard like this, W, A, S, D key. On this type of French keyboard, it has to be Z, Q, S, D layout. It's kind of weird. It also has the ISO enter key. It even has the US bill, dollar, and the pound. Great Britain pound is it called. But this is the French keyboard. So now some of these US keyboards do have the Euro symbol, I believe, but some don't. And then if I go ahead and do UK keyboard. Don't think this has a much. Okay, if I do that, images. So this is what the UK layout looks like. So it's basically this here, this. Okay, that's backwards. So this looks like a US layout, not a UK layout. Okay, that's okay. So let's see if we can actually find an actual one. Sample one. That doesn't even match the UK layout, but it does have the pound, it does have the US symbol, but this is not the UK layout. It's the international one, I believe. This is the actual UK layout. So you can see we got the S, you can see we got these keys here, and then you can see the British pound is on 3, the dollar sign is on 4. So the dollar sign is actually on 4 on my keyboard, but see number 3 is the pound key. Just the standard pound key, not the Great Britain pound key, but the pound key. The pound key on this one has been switched over to here, along with the squiggly, which is actually from this key, because on this key you can actually see it's different right here. You can see the UK layout is completely different. And then I'm going to show you the Japan layout. JIS. It's known as the JIS layout. So I click images. Now that's a UK layout. If I can actually find the actual Japan one. Get out over there. Try scan. Okay, this isn't helping. This is the Japan layout, but it's got the wrong oriented enter key. Normally the enter key will be a right side up L shape, not an upside down L shape. So normally, if I'm gonna find it, normally this will be, the enter key will be like down here, not up here. Like it won't be an upside down L as you see here. So hold on. Let's see if I can find it on eBay. Apparently they are, but when I last saw it, the enter key was the enter key was the right side up enter key, not the upside down enter key. So this isn't supposed to be like this. By default, it's supposed to have a different oriented enter key. So not the ISO enter key, it's supposed to have its own enter key, which is the right side up enter key. Which this type of enter key on a US keyboard is called the ANSI type, which is the bar type enter key. So you press this and it'll be enter. Now the enter key on a numpad is universal of all layouts. So this is universal. This has never changed. The only change is like around here with the layout. On a US keyboard here, of course, you will just use the $ here. As you see here. So now on the UK keyboards, this number 3 would have a Great Britain pound symbol. I believe number 2 is where you find the euro symbol. But on a US keyboard, as you can see, it's a completely different layout compared to a French keyboard, UK layout keyboard, and a JSS layout keyboard. So that's one thing to know about. There's different keyboard layouts in different countries, so you gotta pay attention to that because there's different layouts for countries. So now I could ask Copilot about this. Did I just double chatter again? Or it might just be me. You see, it says here that we choose as keys. Ignore this part you see. That's only on the camera. I don't actually see it in my actual eyes. So no, not upside down L shape. It's supposed to be right side L shape actually. So if I look here, yeah, that's what the enter key will be for the Japan layout keyboard. I don't know why it uses the ISO enter key. It's not supposed to.